What's good, fight fans? It is I, Oh Nice, and welcome to the fight room. Post-fight, Keith Thurman versus Josecito Lopez, and it was an interesting fight. It was an alright fight. It was a pretty good fight. Keith Thurman got rocked, as we all know, in the 7th round. Pretty stunning for Keith Thurman. I kind of figured that something like this could take place, being that Josecito Lopez is one of those type of fighters that can just throw and stun you out of nowhere. He's done it before to plenty of good opposition that he's fought before. If you've seen the fight with Marcos Maidana versus Josecito Lopez, pretty good fight. Josecito staggered him, almost dropped him, but they didn't count that. And he got stopped, of course, by Maidana, but overall, Josecito is the type of fighter that can surprise you out of nowhere. I knew that. Didn't do a pre-fight on this event, too busy, but yeah, overall, Josecito is a pretty good fighter. You know, of course, he got 7 losses. Doesn't mean anything. He has pretty good experience, and I knew that he would be a good fight for the return of Keith Thurman. And how did Keith do? He did okay. But yeah, he looked at he didn't look 100%. Keith looked a little sloppy. He didn't pressure him with the jab, and just a little sloppy of a Keith Thurman. You could tell he was a little rusty. And yeah, can he beat Spence right now? No. Be honest. I think Spence would take him out of there. Be honest. But overall, Keith Thurman is the #1 welterweight still in the division. He's the man to beat. He's beat the guys that were top-notch fighters. He had the 2-year layoff. You already know how that went. He's back, but a little sloppy. Does he need work? Yeah, definitely does need a lot of work. And for him to fight Pacquiao, some people want to see it. I guess I can see it. I'm not really thrilled for that fight, to be honest. I think that Keith Thurman would beat Pacquiao, but he needs to really prepare, man. He really needs to, prepare a little harder for that fight than he did for Josecito Lopez. And overall, I think that it'll be a good fight, Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. Yeah, I want to see it, but not that much. Like, I'd rather see Spence and Keith. Let's be honest. Pacquiao's 40. He looked at his age to me with the Broner fight. Not as fast as he used to be. His footwork wasn't 100% like it used to be. But overall, I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Keith Thurman will pull it off. Keith Thurman has power. And I think that he'll give some type of problem to Pacquiao if Pacquiao doesn't move and use his footwork in the ring. But yeah, man, Keith, man, got staggered, almost got stopped, man. And I was shocked a little bit. I kind of got off my couch when I seen Josecito rock him and stumble him like that. I thought he was gonna pull it off, man, because it was still like 2 minutes into the round. He still had 2 minutes left, and he was staggered, and Keith didn't look like he didn't know what to do. He used the ring, but the only mistake he did was that he didn't held, which didn't matter. He pulled it off, but he could have really got hurt. He had too much pride. He didn't want to hold on to Josecito, which next time, if that was to happen to him, he should think twice and hold, because that would help him out, to be honest. Either hold or take a knee, because it's better to take a knee and hold than to get knocked out. So yeah, him against Spence, right now, man, Spence would take it. All the way, Spence would take it. I think Keith should have fought Spence when he was in his prime, when Spence was calling him out. To me, at that time, he probably would have beat Spence. You know, Spence was still coming up, still young, still getting fresh, you know, learning, though he was, of course, a good fighter. But I think at that time, Keith would have probably got him out of there. Not by knockout, I'm not saying that, but he would have definitely defeated Keith Thurman. Errol Spence. But right now, man, Keith will take it. And I know he's not ready for that fight. And because of the Jose Cito fight, I know in his mind, being that Keith Thurman, I don't think he knows in his heart he's not ready for Spence, and he's definitely not thinking of that to be nowhere near his next fight. You know, he knows he needs to improve more, get back in that ring, and just go, man, go, because it doesn't look too good for Keith. You know, it looks like he's downgraded, of course, looks sloppy, but he's still got it, of course. You know, the talent doesn't leave. If you're gifted, talented like that, you know, it doesn't leave. You might get rusty a little bit, but you can improve that. And Keith Thurman is one of those caliber type of fighters that I believe that he can do that. He can definitely sharpen his tool quick, you know, but it was a good test for him with Jose Cito. And congratulations to Keith Thurman pulling off the victory. And it was a dangerous fight for him. And shout out to Keith once again for pulling off the victory. And I do want to see him fight Spence next. You know, him with the Pacquiao situation, yeah. But to me, I think that Al Heyman and PBC was putting this together, you know. Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman, they had this in mind. That's why I think they did the Broner fight. Pacquiao wins. Out of nowhere, the lady from Fox, PBC, asks him about Pacquiao. She don't know nothing about boxing. You know that. We all know that. And she asked him about Pacquiao. It was for sure intended by the higher-ups, if you will, for her to ask that question, because they're setting it up. I believe they're setting it up, and I actually believe that they're going to make this fight happen before the Errol Spence fight. So, with that being said, it is your boy O Nice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified for more videos. I will be back with more. You already know it is your boy O Nice. This is the Fight Room.